On May 14, 2025, the world watched as an unprecedented meeting unfolded in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. U.S. President Donald Trump met with Syrian President al-Sharaa. This marked the first encounter between leaders of the two nations in a quarter-century. The meeting, held during a U.S. Gulf Arab summit, signaled a potential shift in the geopolitical landscape. The air was thick with anticipation. Cameras flashed, capturing the historic handshake between the two presidents. For years, relations between the U.S. and Syria had been strained, marked by conflict and mistrust. The Syrian civil war, the rise of ISIS, and U.S. support for Syrian opposition groups had driven a wedge between the two nations. This unexpected meeting sent shockwaves through the international community. Analysts and diplomats scrambled to decipher the implications of this diplomatic overture. Was this a sign of a thawing in relations? Or was it a strategic maneuver with unforeseen consequences? In a move that surprised many, the U.S. announced the lifting of sanctions on Syria. This decision, influenced by Saudi Arabia and Turkey, marked a significant shift in U.S. policy. The sanctions imposed over a decade ago had crippled the Syrian economy. The move was met with mixed reactions. Supporters argued that it would pave the way for humanitarian aid and economic recovery in war-torn Syria. They believed that engaging with the Syrian government was crucial for stabilizing the region. However, critics, particularly in Israel, voiced concerns. They argued that lifting sanctions would embolden the Syrian government and its allies, Iran and Hezbollah. They feared that the move could destabilize the region and escalate tensions. President Trump, known for his unconventional diplomatic approach, used the meeting to push for Syria to join the Abraham Accords. These accords, brokered by the Trump administration, normalized relations between Israel and several Arab countries, including the UAE and Bahrain. Trump urged President al-Sharaa to consider the benefits of joining the accords. He emphasized the potential for economic growth, regional stability, and improved relations with the West. The move was seen as an attempt to further isolate Iran, a key backer of the Syrian government. However, Israel remained skeptical. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu expressed concerns about Syria's commitment to peace and its ties to Iran and Hezbollah. He viewed Syria as a threat to Israeli security and opposed lifting sanctions. The meeting in Riyadh marked a potential turning point in U.S.-Syrian relations. The lifting of sanctions, and the push for Syria to join the Abraham Accords, signaled a new chapter. However, the road ahead remained uncertain. The success of this diplomatic gamble hinged on a number of factors. Syria's willingness to distance itself from Iran, address Israel's security concerns, and commit to political reforms would be crucial. The international community's response, particularly from European nations, would also play a significant role. The meeting in Riyadh was just the beginning of a long and complex process. Whether it would lead to lasting peace and stability in the region remained to be seen. Only time would tell if this bold diplomatic move would pay off or backfire.